Want to reach an engaged audience? Have no fear. Advertise your business on our podcast. Connect with us, the Coffee with Joy Talk Show podcast, and let's grow together. Email us, and we surely look forward to hear from you. Welcome to Coffee with Joy. So excited to have you all here. As you all know, if it's a weekday or weekend, it is Coffee with Joy Talk Show podcast. So excited to have my guest Cecile in the building. As you all know, we'll be talking about all things content. Now, you're probably wondering, do you need this? Do you need this? Better yet, do you need this? My girl's here to tell us all about content, how to structure, how to get into it, how to work smart and not to work harder. So of course, she teaches many businesses. She teaches tools, how to even just be able to work certain apps that you all have. So if you haven't followed her, you need to follow her and get all of these tidbits. I'm so excited to have her on today, just to share a little nugget that she has been sharing on her social media, as well as with her guests. So please make sure that you tune in. If you have any questions, please make sure that you put them below. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and follow Coffee with Joy across all social media, of course, on Spotify as well. So after these messages, we're going to talk to my girl, Cecile, and hear all things content. Want to reach an engaged audience? Have no fear. Advertise your business on our podcast. Connect with us, the Coffee with Joy Talk Show podcast, and let's grow together. Email us, and we surely look forward to hear from you. Welcome back to Coffee with Joy. So excited to have my girl. We're going to bring my girl Cecile on. Hey, Cecile, what it do?
How you doing?
Yes. So before we get right into it, can you tell people a little bit about yourself and what do you do?
Yes. So I am the owner of Social Butterfly Services. And of course, how I got this name is I've always been a social butterfly, but I'm a mother of 3, an agency owner for about 5. So, we're just out here working and being a mommy.
Yes. So I'm gonna jump right in there. I mean, you make it look flawless, just doing all things content. Now, how are you doing content and being a mother and your wife? Being a wife is what?
I'm somebody's girlfriend.
Somebody's girlfriend. Okay. There we go. That's okay. Because I knew you had.
You speaking into existence. Amen.
Yeah, amen. Yes. So how do you encompass all of that? Because somebody's looking like, okay, how's she able to run a business with content? Content is not something you walk into Walmart and you go to, okay, today you're in the women's department or you on a fry. No, that it picks up differently. So how are you able to run that and make it look so flawless?
Well, honey, I got to plan. And I think that's what they're like, well, you got to just plan content. No, it ain't just about planning content. It's about planning your life. If you don't know what you're doing tomorrow, what you doing? I know, I have to know what I'm doing the week, the month, all of this is important and I need to know what I'm doing. And so kind of just planning out my life. And then inside of there, I know when I can film, I know when I can edit, I know when I can breathe. But all these things are kind of planned out. I don't plan naps in there just yet, but planning is number one.
And so when you're planning, what are some things that you're utilizing to plan, and how are you getting your ideas to even begin planning? Of course.
So ideas, well, that's a lot. Let me see. It's a lot of different things. So I use pen and paper. I'm not a digital girl. I put things in a content calendar, for my clients, and I have a paper one. I don't know if I have it right here. I'm about to say I probably have one right here, but no, it's not right here. But it's a paper one, but pretty much plan out my life. I do themes per day. Monday is my admin day. So I know I need to be handling all my admin stuff, but I may get ahead on Sunday. And then Tuesday, I do some filming. Hey, if I can't do it there from a meeting or something or with a client, push it to Wednesday. I try to push a lot of the stuff at the beginning of the week. So if I don't get to it, I can do it at the end of the week. But pretty much use pen and paper. And all my content ideas honestly come from my clients. They say things when we get on strategy calls. I'm like, hold your thought, because I need to get mine out. And I write it down. But I do polls a lot on stories to try to see, okay, what do people, what are they struggling with right now? I do one almost every week almost. But not only that, good old Instagram. You have now that don't mean go out here and take people ideas. That means make it your own.
Right.
Yeah, and then what's it, ChatGPT? Yeah, we best friends. But it's a way to do it. You can't say, give me 30 ideas for this. No, you gotta have it and like gotta have to train ChatGPT to sound like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, and that's great to hear. So, okay, as you were talking, I was thinking like, okay, I'm not alone because I'm a paper and pencil person. I
Yeah.
have to write it down.
Now, look.
I am a pencil.
Yes.
They would tell you. Of course, I don't have my book with me, it's packed away, but I have to make sure that I write it down. I am for the electronics. Don't get me wrong, I'm for the calendar, but I need to like literally see it. Like, okay, put it in memory. As I'm walking, when someone asks me, I'm able to regurgitate it because put it in the computer, put it on notes, but I have to write. So it's like almost doing two things at one time. You're thinking and writing and saying it. So you're able to capture. So that's good to hear because normally people nowadays, when they're doing content, they always say, okay, I have this app, I use this, I put this here, I have this, I use the airspace marker. I'm like, well, thank God I'm just in between traditional and contemporary because I'm a pencil. Yeah,
I am too. No, I definitely am. Like I have my like a full calendar. That's what I was trying to find a little. I have a full calendar, like where I plan everything daily, and then I have my 30-day content calendar. It was like a blank one you just fill in. But yeah, because if you wait to find the right tool online, you're gonna be waiting forever.
Yeah.
Well, one, it's a bunch of them out here. Because if you ain't found one yet, baby, you are making excuses at this point.
Extremely. Now, so when you're talking to your clients, like what is some of your biggest hiccups that you have to get over? Because many people think, okay, Cece's gonna put this together, boom, it's just gonna happen. Like, what is like your major hiccups when talking to clients as a collective that you see when creating content?
I say you still got to create the content. What you want me to do? I mean, I can create some video stock, but I mean, what's more, well, I love authentic content. Like, what's more important than that? And so, like, they think they can just give it to me. Like, okay, if I just, where are we gonna get the videos from? I can use photos, I can create graphics, but honestly, video, we know that's gonna increase the reach a little bit quicker than like a photo. But photos are coming back, the carousels are coming back, but it's like it has to be of value. But I still need some photos, like sometimes if you put your photo on it, people are most likely like, "Ooh, that's so and so," they'll stop. So I try to utilize that. But a lot of times people think they don't have to create any content, and I'm like, no, you still gotta do that if you want to see the result that you're expecting from me.
Right. And I think that a lot of people when they solicit help, it's like, okay, that it's done. The help is going to do everything, not knowing that you have to put in the work. I'm here to guide and lead, making sure that your brand is speaking to the consumer, right? So I just need you to be here, but no, I need you to be a part of it, right?
Yes.
So now, like, how long do you work, or what type of clients do you normally take on, and what do you see some of the benefits of working with these clients to really grow your business?
Absolutely. So first it came down to, this is when I started offering content services. So I do management, but then we started doing content services where I saw the need where people really still can't do it on their own, like create the content. So I was like, well, how about I create the service? And I was like, I'm never going to do videos and photos. I did everything I said I would go do. So I started to do that. And pretty much that's kind of what I offer mainly on a consistent basis, and really being able to see how that transfers like over as far as like their increase of engagement and reach and different things like that. And honestly, it always gives me that when I get that testimonial, when they send that, that email, like, oh, this happened. And I'm like, I know, because I can also see the results on my end, even if I don't manage their content, because I don't manage everybody's content, because I only take a few clients, but as far as my content clients, we still get on that call and look at the analytics to see what done well, why it done well, so they can still understand why it did well. Not because it's a high quality content. That's a great part of it, but it's more to it. It's I call it the sandwich, because
Mm,
I like sandwich with meat, lettuce, tomatoes, mayonnaise. I don't want no, just give me no lettuce. I need the meat. I need the whole
right.
thing. So I tell people, it's like when you post, it's the whole sandwich, not just pieces of it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I think many people misses the pieces
Yeah,
because
they
again,
missing
you
the
know,
pieces.
you really in order to, and you could can contest to this as
Mhm,
far as like doing the content, you really have to really build time and make it your own and really turn it around like, okay, how
mhm.
can I get this flavor out of it? Of course, I'm an educator by day, of course. And that's one profession where we're able to steal without going to jail. Because we can look at our sister
Listen.
teacher in Utah, take what she's doing, kind of manipulate it here in the urban area,
Mhm.
make
It
it seem like,
happens.
"Oh, wow, you got something new here." But I just took what she had and just kind of she made potato salad with raisins. I made potato salad with some relish. It's still a little
Yeah.
constant, but just really making it my own, knowing that
Yeah.
okay, still giving
Mhm.
it that, je ne sais quoi that it need. And creating this content, what is like the easiest thing that you tell your client, not the equipment, but far as like when they come in knowing that okay, I'm ready to just post, I'm ready to go, like what is like the easiest thing that you could soothe over a client that looks at everybody, because no matter what, of course I call it the bread syndrome. When you go, and of course it's cliche, when you go into the grocery store you see all these
Mhm.
breads and it's like no one's losing money, as far as what we can see, right? No one's
Yeah.
losing money. But
Mhm.
how to soothe over your client who's probably looking at somebody, wow, they're doing leaps and bounds. How am I able to get there? Like, what are some of your techniques
Yeah.
of trying to soothe over them or making them feel comfortable knowing that, okay, I can trust Cecile of knowing us. They're on their chapter 16, but I'm on the preface, but we're going to get there.
Well, one, I think the biggest thing to me is I teach confidence. I coach
Mhm.
all
Emphasis.
about confidence, because I think it's more, people don't realize it's deeper than what you see. Like,
Yeah.
it's some real internal things going on. Like, you have to believe that you can do this, that you can stand out. Like, I was like, I had did a post like one time. I was like, what if like your person is waiting for you, but you ain't even showing up. Like, you waiting to be perfect. Like, but you could be
Mhm.
helping somebody with one post. If you just helped one person,
Yeah.
I'm satisfied. Just
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
But you over here worried about how, if you lose some weight, then I get on video. If my hair ain't right, I get on video. So what I do is I show them videos that are done well, that are not high quality, that are just very, very kind of genuine, like parts of like the content. They're just being authentic, genuine. It's real. It's authentic. Like, cause me, I've noticed my content that I'm just talking real raw. Like, listen, cause this is how I talk to my clients. I'm like, if you don't want to hear it, then
Yeah.
I'm not helping you. It does well, versus content like it's so structured. Even like when I go in chat GPT, like my ideas, I don't say script. I say, give me points, because I don't want you to
Mm.
tell me what to say. Just make sure I
Yeah.
cover all the points. Okay. And so I think just letting them know, like, it don't matter what. I actually tell them to unfollow those people. If you keep comparing yourself and you keep getting anxiety because you're not where they are,
Right.
unfollow them. Then you won't see them no more. Out of sight, out of mind. Get on somewhere.
And that's truly, and I follow that where I tell people, feed your need. Feed what is going to uplift you. Not to say that you're trying to compare, because again,
Yeah.
that's the thief of
That's
stealing our
different.
dreams.
Mm-hmm.
But really feed your need, how to get better. Because again, we all have our creative juices, right? We're able to
Yes.
spit out, but sometimes that nugget that someone has, okay, wow, okay, I could take that and spin it and really trying to make this content. Now, how do you get the client to? Because I remember, and of course, I love your page, love
Thank
it,
you.
hands down,
Thank you.
hands down. And you just recently did one with the client where you batch for a month. Like, how are
Mhm.
you able to get the client to understand the content of knowing that, hey, we got content for a month? It's almost working smart, not working harder, right? So
Yeah.
how do you organize that with the client to assure that they're able to produce the content, and do you produce it for them, or
Okay.
once you teach them, do they do it
Mm.
themselves?
Yeah. So we do it. So it's two tiers. So it's like either my social media management clients, we would do it for them, and then
Mm,
versus like the other client, we don't do it for them. But hey, we say we give you like a guide. If you do it yourself, this is what you. If you, but you can ask me as many questions. I want people to be confident to really do it themselves. Like, if you're not going to pay me to manage, maybe you can't. then I want to be the resource that you can come to. Just ask me. We can go back and forth. Like, I'm that person. Like, I want people to help me. Like, when I started,
Right.
people, I would ask people, when the people like, and there would be genuine people that out here really responding to me. I was like, oh my God, they responded. But like, that's what I do for other people, because I'm like, look, this is my work you putting on, like, I
Yeah.
make sure it's right. So I give them the tools that they need in order to post. Like, hey, if you're gonna add text, tell me what you want to add on it, I'll add it, or I'll give them that. But pretty much we take them to a process. Like, we do a strategy first, like IG strategy, because we can't do anything unless I know your business goals, your social media goals, where you trying to go, do you launching
Right.
anything, all those little tidbits.
Yeah.
That's what people skip when you just want to post something pretty. No, you gotta have a strategy. And so that's the thing that we do, and lay it all out. But by the time they get to me, they have already had in their head, I need social media. Because sometimes
Mhm.
I found myself in the beginning working with people that almost question what I said. And I'm like, oh, you ain't, because you ain't ready.
Yeah.
Because if you're not listening, one, you ain't ready. You came to me. I'm the expert. I know what I'm talking about.
Right.
And
Right.
just like, I went to go pick out some makeup. Clearly, I don't know what I'm doing, because I was having two shades out here. So I asked you for your opinion. I ain't gonna question everything.
Right.
So that was a big thing too in the beginning. People were like, "Well, why do you do that? Why did asking why to understand at versus
Mhm.
asking why to
Be combative.
question me?" And
Yeah.
to be, yeah, that's two different things. But yeah, so that's kind of, we just take them through a step by step process, and we make sure they know why we're doing it. That's important too for me. Let them know, okay, this is the next steps for the next 30 days. This is a content calendar. They get a content calendar. This is when you should use it. Now, of course, they can adjust it as needed, but they can use it however. But we give them the content calendar, pretty much everything they need.
Right.
Now, if
Right.
you're
Right.
not, and then we get on that after you've posted all the stuff, we come back together and see analytics, and they maybe do another session, or or they say, hey, I got it now, thoroughly understand.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
yes, that's what we're talking about. So after these messages, we're going to continue to talk to my guest, Cece. Of course, you're probably wondering, like, what equipment to use, what apps to use. Of course, there's plethora of items. I know she has the answers and beyond. So after these messages, we're going to talk to my guest, Cece. Cute in the gym. Well, these cute workout sets are the bomb. Make sure that you hit the PayPal QR code, and so that you can find out more about these cute sets and so much more. Let's get to working out. Yes. Welcome back to Coffee with Joy. So excited to have you all here. Please make sure that you like, subscribe, and follow Coffee with Joy. And if you would like to patronize our company, please make sure you stay tuned towards the end as you follow the QR codes. So now we're going to bring my guest Cece back on. Now, people are wondering, like I opened up with all this equipment, right? And some people's like get terrified. Oh my God, oh my God. So what is like the number one equipment for extreme beginner? Someone who's on social media, but they use it for trying to look at their love. They love sneaky link. They use it for other things, but now they said to themselves, I want to be a content creator. And when we say content creator, of course, build my business, build my portfolio. What is one item that they need in order to start today from a guru like yourself? There you go.
Phone. I done cracked the back of my screen the other day. Phone. That's all you need. People think you got to get a camera. If you are not consistent, create a routine with your phone. You getting a camera, you're going to waste your money. Trust me, I know, because I did it. I bought a camera. I was like, ooh, but it didn't take me long to like, ooh, you wasting money to get it together. But yeah, this is my business, a little bit different. But I'm telling you, phone is all you need. I do have the iPhone 14.
Okay.
iPhone 14 Pro. Now the older ones, I'm not really sure as far as like in the droids. I love y'all, but I don't know nothing about the camera. But actually, they have really good cameras now. They really do have good cameras.
You know what? Just so you
my
talk about
daddy,
that,
my
I
daddy
had
be
a
taking
friend who had
cameras.
Google Pixel phone. And I mean, when she took that picture, I was
It
having a
looked
meeting
good.
internally.
It looked
Do I
good.
need to get this phone, God? And God said, pipe down, pipe
Yeah.
down. But I'm still, like you said, I'm an Apple girl
Yeah,
all
me
day.
too. I'm not changing
Yeah,
it.
I'm an
But
Apple girl. But
yeah,
it's sitting rent free. I ain't
it
gonna hold you. It's sitting rent free.
takes really good pictures. So
Yeah, it does.
shout out to y'all for the
Yeah,
Google Pixels.
that's a
but
free plug.
but I am about to get this iPhone 15.
Yeah.
But honestly, it takes really good photos, and I follow other creators because I love to see how other people, excuse me, do the. I don't know. They do like the screens where you can see iPhone versus like camera and how
Yeah.
it looks, and it look about the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
I do honestly both. I faithfully both.
Got
Mhm.
you. But it was something that you stated as well. You just have to be consistent, right? Because again, like I tell anybody, when you're learning something, you can't expect just because you're an adult, just because you see it and you are at an age, you still have to play with these items. You still have to understand the function. You still have to be able to understand who you are in front and behind the camera, right? And we're just talking about the phone. The phone have so many items in it that a lot of people don't even tap into. The phone is not what the phone purpose is for. Let's just call
Mhm.
a spade. It's mainly for
Mhm.
content. And a lot of people don't understand their functions, the features of how to even operate it. They just want the phone, just a new date. And it's like, you know what this phone can do for you? And they really don't understand. Now, what any lighting do you suggest as people are going out, or probably they going to brunch, or they're out on a just on a regular out day, like any lighting that you suggest that they always have with them?
The sun, the sunlights.
Yes, sir.
No, but honestly, I don't carry around a light. I don't.
Mm, okay.
I make sure if I'm gonna get a shot, if it's not good lighting, then no. Now I do have like the portable one you can carry around, like in
Yeah.
my link in bio, there's all my links. But
There you
you
go, people. Go to her
yeah,
link.
but
Yeah.
honestly, I don't carry it around. I barely carry anything around. I just started doing more things inside where it
Okay.
wasn't good lighting, and I had to bring in like my ring light. I have a soft box light that's like $50, maybe $40,
Okay.
stuff like that. I will use, but honestly, I use my phone and just make sure the lighting, like the sun, make sure I'm just getting a good angle. Because a lot of
Mhm.
times people think you have to have this light on up here, this overhead light. Cut it off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Honestly, at night, my content does better when I cut the light off, just have my
Mhm.
ring lights. You
Yeah.
know, same thing during the day, like cut them lights off and
Mhm.
just honestly, it's probably going to be good. People think light equals great light on their
Yeah.
own camera, and it doesn't mean that. But I
Right.
did want to say something that you just said. You know how I always use this example is like when you get a gym membership, like not for everybody,
Mhm.
but for me, for instance, just because you get the gym membership doesn't mean you're actually going to go
Right.
to the gym. That's
Mhm.
me. I didn't go. I would not want to go. But I knew the end result. If I wanted to get there, I had
Yeah.
to do the things that I need to do, to get there. We're still working on that. But that's the same thing with content. Just because you get the camera, there's like features you have to learn. Like even when you go to gym, you have to. I mean, I didn't know what the machines did. I had to like learn the machines.
Yeah.
Can y'all help me? Because I don't know what I'm doing. I had, so it's the same thing. But no, as far as the lighting, definitely sunlight is your friend.
Yeah.
Let
And
it
so
be.
the reason why I ask that, because you'd be surprised, right? With all these things coming out, so many versions, so many. We're talking about tripod. There's so many tripods out there, right? And some people who aren't in content want to get in content. They, like you stated earlier, they will go broke because they trying to buy this, they
Wow.
trying to buy that, not knowing sometimes it's just as simple. You got to create the content to
Mhm.
understand what equipment you need, right? And I think a
Yeah.
lot of people don't understand that. And like in some of your videos, which I love, you utilize CapCut. And
Mhm.
man, the transition. Now, can you talk about your transitions? Like, how are you able to put these transitions together, so easily? And of course, even though I love how you show the walkthrough, right? How you're able just to go to simplify, hey, how you do this, and for individuals to go
Mhm.
about. So, can you walk us through your transitions? What allow you to step out and do these transitions? Because again, I think that's like the upcoming thing, right? With
What
transition.
transitions you talking about?
Like the one you're walking, the one that I put on the page.
Oh,
You're
okay, okay, okay,
walking
okay,
and you're
okay.
moving.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking
Yes,
about.
yes.
Okay, so
I
honestly, I just get in there and play around. But
right.
honestly, that's one of those things. Like I may see like a tutorial somebody's doing, or I see it. I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna try that and do myself, like something like that. Um, or sometimes like I literally just get in and play with the features because they put new features up there all the time in CapCut. So I'm like pressing different ones. Like I did like a raindrop one. I was like, oh, they got a new raindrop one, and it was like raining here in North Carolina. I was like, let me just show people how to use this. So sometimes I'm just in there playing around, and because I'm in there so much, I'm just literally just playing around and seeing what's there. Or I'll see, like I said, another tutorial, and I'll try to, use it for my own. But as far as the other transitions, I'm just literally just having fun with, content, especially my own clients. I know who I can be creative with and who I just need to tone it down and just, because that's one thing about being a creator. If you do have an agency or anything like that, is being able to adjust, this ain't your content. You have to adjust per client. And that's another thing too. Like if you know you're going to be doing this consistently, you're ready. Like you do, of course, a tripod. I do think you should have a tripod as well.
Yeah.
Phone. And of course, if you're at home recording, if you can't get a ring light right now, just record during the day towards the window. You don't have to have a fancy background. Child, my whole bed is in the background.
Right.
This is where I'm at. One day, because I had an office, I did have a studio, but I let it go in January. But I was like, I like my room, and this is where we are in life, in business. So this is what
hey, it is what it is. And I think people really like to see the authentic and hear about it, right? Because it's relatable. Because a lot of people don't have extra money to go to no spare space every time to do no content. No, just put a little Kovac in the house to the side, and you'd be surprised when people, you're like, wow. Even some people, I remember watching this young lady. I can't remember her name, but anyway, she's a fashion designer, but she really showed people like when in her house, I don't know the square footage or whatever, but in her house is very nice. It's right. She decorated. She has a little chair, but then she panned over. You see boxes, clothes. It's just a complete heat mess, right? But just to prove a point that you just make a little side. The camera ain't number.
Let me take that idea right quick. Let me write that down because I like that. Let me pan my room. And let people. But honestly, I do every part of my room, and I even want to go back to my old content. It's like a dresser I have. It's like different colors. I used to record right in front of that dresser because it was cute. White wall, like people, and that's a big thing about content. I have a girl that she still ain't used none of the techniques I done gave her, and because you know who she is, but because she don't have a nice background, I'm like, girl, find a place. Go outside and let the grass and this blue sky be your background. Like, if you're waiting, it will never be done.
Yeah. So and see, that's segue to the next thing as far as like, how do you feel when you teach all of this and individual, they come to you, they come with their yearning hard and they're burning and ask all these questions. And of course, such a grateful heart, you share, you tell, and they have yet to do this. Like what burns you the most in that situation?
That they don't do it and they come back keep asking, don't you do that? That's just like when somebody's keep dealing with the same man and you keep on I done told you about him and you keep asking me, don't ask me no more.
Right,
it's the same thing. And I get real with people, and I think that's why a lot of times people, they know, and sometimes people are scared to come back and say something because they know they ain't done it.
Yeah.
I'm like, so really, honestly, what I do ask is like, let's get to the root of, again, what's going on like in your life. I become a therapist. So my background is psychology, and I love, people always just come to me about different things. And like, let's get to the root so we can get the water in it and let's let it grow up out of that. So it becomes something else. It can blossom into something else.
That's amazing because I know that has to be like, come on. I just told you. And you really trying to keep touching the devil. God, I'm trying, Lord. I'm trying. The people need help and I'm helping, but they ain't utilizing this techniques and strategies that I'm giving them.
No, and I'd be like, y'all need to pray. I tell them, I said, you need to pray about it. I said, because honestly, I can give you stuff all day, but if you are not truly ready on the inside, it's going to go one and after.
What are your 3 favorite apps that you use faithfully? Your 3 favorite apps. And keep in mind, people, this is no plug. There's no shame. It's like, hey, there's 1,000,001 stores.
Yeah.
There's 1,000,001 apps.
Well, we already talked about CapCut, so I won't count that one. Honeybook, I use that a lot. That's more so in my business. And then you mean like creative apps? I don't really use a lot. I just use CapCut a lot. Okay. I used to use In Stories a lot.
Okay.
In Stories is a great one. Photo Room. Oh, I
Yeah.
haven't used these in a while. But honestly, the only reason I don't use them because or Canva. Canva. I just do it in Canva.
Yeah.
Canva all day. Canva, In Stories. What I say? Photo Room.
Yeah.
So Photo Room is more for product based. If you want to like a nice
Yeah.
background, you take a picture, a nice background. You want all the what do you call it? I don't know what they call it online, where it looks really nice on your website.
Yeah.
Give that
Yeah.
great backdrop look. That's what it is. I can't think of
Okay.
what it's
Okay.
called. Yeah, that's what
Because
it
with so many apps coming out constantly, people always want to know, okay, how do I get to this one app? But like you stated, Canva is I don't know the data, I don't have the statistics on it, but I'm pretty much sure Canva is definitely top one,
is.
and then
Yeah,
CapCut is behind.
yeah,
I am pretty
yeah.
much sure because Canva is literally collaborating with everybody. They're linking up with everybody. I'm surprised they haven't linked up with Walmart yet, but they link up with everybody as
Everybody.
much as possible. You hear me? Everybody.
But
Canva
this,
is
yeah. And
that
it goes
bomb.
to show that you don't need all these apps. Because I couldn't even think of one. I couldn't think. Because I literally only use Canva and CapCut faithfully as far as
Yeah.
apps. But I used to have In Stories, Photo. I used to have all that. But I realized I stopped using them a lot. Because I'm
Yeah.
like, I can kind of create something, a little bit different. But when I do start to get a little creative, like if I go do a content day with a client, we are doing
Okay.
like an event, I'll go do In Stories because you can create little nice little stuff. And they probably got something for Black Friday right now and
Mm.
Christmas, the holiday stuff. So yeah. Oh,
And by the
and
way, you have an event coming up, which is
yeah,
today.
yeah,
You
today.
have your event. Can you-
Well, it's today. Yeah. Wait, what Jesus.
Your event is today.
Today.
So
Yeah.
can you
Today.
can you tell us a little bit about your event before it begins?
Yes, it is. Well, it is 30 days worth of content in 1 hour. I'm going to give you the tools, like literally from A to B. And I got a little goodie at the end. And I'm also promoting my new program, Content to Client Accelerator. So
Oh wow.
I'm
Yes.
excited. We're going to get
Th-
everybody together.
Look, there's no excuses, people.
It's
So
not.
before we end the show, Cece, how do you keep yourself going? You say that you have 3 kids, of course,
Mhm.
in a relationship, your business, and you still have you. So
Yeah.
how are you able to keep pushing through, making sure
Mhm.
that you maximize everything but don't lose you? Through your prayer, your scripture, your affirmation, what keeps Cece going?
A few things. One, I remember my why I'm doing this, my
Yeah.
end goal, where I'm trying to get to. This is my livelihood. This is my dream to do this. Not only work for myself, but to do what I'm doing, really help others in the way that I am. And also when I feel overwhelmed, I stop.
Okay.
I stop. Somebody showed me, or well, they kind of showed me what they did one day, as far as like starting over. They had posted a video. They started their day over. The day wasn't going well. I would start my day over. I was starting over, and but really just really making sure you take care of your mental health. Like, do not overwork. I don't do that. I stop at a certain time. I take certain day off. Like, you have to do what you need to do for you, because if you don't show up for you, then ain't nobody else. But God, we know He gonna show up. But really taking time to renew yourself and do the things and music is big for me, so that's one of the things that I love to do, like
Mhm.
live music or listen to music. So, but remember your why, and I choose happy. Try to every day.
That's awesome. That is phenomenal. Thank you so much, CC. Make sure we choose our why. Thank you for sharing all your expertise. Please make sure that if you would like to join Coffee with Joy, please make sure that you follow our website, which is thecoffeewithjoyshow.com, or email us at the coffee with joy show at gmail.com. Please make sure that you like, subscribe, and follow Coffee with Joy. For CC have dropped so many great gems on content. There's so many things. If you want to be in a content creator, keep in mind all it takes is just your simple hint, hint, it's the thing you carry almost every day, your phone, right? So please make sure that you check it out. Let us know, leave a question or any thoughts. I know she surely will get back with you all. And if you would like to patronize our company, please make sure that you follow our QR codes. For any amount will do to help our company grow to be a syndicated talk show host podcast. As you all know, thank you all for joining Coffee with Joy. As you all know, if it is a weekday or a weekend, it is Coffee with Joy. Until then, you all live life on purpose and talk to you all soon.